Hello friends, today we have to see Beckmann rearrangement. This is migration or rearrangement to the electron deficient nitrogen. So this is rearrangement of electron deficient nitrogen. In the earlier lecture we have discussed about electron deficient carbon rearrangement, that is pinacol-pinacalone rearrangement. Today we have to see Beckmann rearrangement. In the Beckmann rearrangement, oxime is converted into amide or N substituted amide. So here oximes are treated with sulfuric acid or PCl5, H2SO4 or phosphorus pentachloride gives amides as a product. So how the oximes are prepared? Oximes are prepared from carbonyl compounds. It may be aldehyde or ketone. Aldehyde treated with hydroxylamine gives aldoxime. Ketone treated with hydroxylamine gives ketoxime. So oximes can be prepared from carbonyl compounds. When R C double bond OH, this is aldehyde. When it is treated with hydroxylamine, hydrochloride. So here this is condensation takes place, removes water molecule. There is a dehydration takes place during this condensation, and we get here this R C double bond N OH. This is here hydrogen. So this is prepared from aldehyde. It is called as aldoxime. When carbon which is doubly bonded to nitrogen having R group and hydrogen, which is called as aldoxime. And if we have R C double bond O R dash, that is ketone, when ketone treated with hydroxylamine during condensation reaction, water molecule get lost and we get here this R C double bond, here this N, and here this is OH. Here this C double bond N carbon is having both alkyl groups R and R dash. So it is called as ketoxime, aldoxime and ketoxime. Now here if we see Beckmann rearrangement, here oximes are converted into amides with the help of sulfuric acid or phosphorus pentachloride. When R C double bond N OH, this R, so this is here ketoxime. When it is treated with sulfuric acid or phosphorus pentachloride or polyphosphoric acid, so it is converted into amide R NH COR. So here this R migrated to nitrogen, there is a loss of OH from this nitrogen, and this C plus get attacked by water molecule during hydrolysis. So I have to see detailed mechanism later on. So here this is oxime treated with sulfuric acid or PCl5 phosphorus pentachloride gives amide. So here this is the Beckmann rearrangement. Now I have to see its mechanism with the help of sulfuric acid and with the help of phosphorus pentachloride. So here the mechanism we have to see with H2SO4, and second mechanism we have to see with phosphorus pentachloride. When this oxime R C double bond N, this R, this OH, that is oxime hydroxy group, when it is treated with sulfuric acid, sulfuric acid is very strong acid, so it releases proton, and this proton taken by hydroxy oxygen of oxime and it get protonate. We get here this R C double bond N, this OH now get oxygen get positive charge due to releasing electron pair. Now here there is another R group. Here now rearrangement takes place followed by dehydration. So this water molecule when detached from this nitrogen, simultaneously this R migrated to electron deficient nitrogen. After dehydration, nitrogen can receive positive charge, means it becomes electron deficient. Simultaneously R group attacks on the electron deficient nitrogen. So we get here this R departed from this carbon. So this carbon will receive positive charge, and this nitrogen is doubly bonded to carbon. So here R migrated. So we get this carbocation intermediate. So here this is carbocation. Now here this positively charged carbon get attacked by water molecule. So it undergoes hydrolysis. So this water attacks on this C plus, and we get here this R, C, this OH, this H. Due to releasing electron pair, oxygen will get positive charge, and here double bond nitrogen, here there is R. So here this proton is lost from this minus H plus ion. So electron pair of oxygen return to it. We get here this R, C, OH, double bond N, here this R. Now this is here enol form of this compound, because C double bond N is having OH. So this is here enol form. So definitely enols are less stable than keto forms. So through the tautomerism, so this proton is easily migrated to nitrogen. So hydrogen from oxygen get migrated to nitrogen, and we get here this amide form, C double bond O, R. Now this becomes C double bond O. This N takes this proton, here this R. So we get here RCONHR, RCONHR. So here this is N substituted amide we get here as a product. So here this is N substituted amide is obtained as a product. So here this is the mechanism we have seen with the help of sulfuric acid. First here protonated, then dehydration followed by rearrangement. So here there is a rearrangement, means alkyl shift from carbon to nitrogen, followed by hydrolysis and deprotonation. Enol is obtained. This enol is converted to amide. This is here in presence of sulfuric acid. Similar kind we can get this amide through the mechanism with PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride. When the same oxime treated with PCl5 here, and one is Cl. So here this is PCl4 and this Cl. Why I have written here this Cl? Because this Cl is departed as a leaving group. Now here when the lone pair of oxygen attacks on phosphorus, this chloride is departed. This chlorine departed with electron pair as a chloride. So here there is a minus chloride. So chloride is lost, and we get here R, C, this R, double bond N, O, PCl4. Now this OPCl4 is good leaving group. Now here this R migrated here with electron pair, and this OPCl4 is lost, and here OPCl4 this lost as a anion, negatively charged species, and here there is a rearrangement takes place. And what we get here? Similar way, same carbocation we get R, C plus, double bond N, here R, H2O water molecule attacks here, minus H plus ion, through this we get here this enol, here this R C OH double bond N, here this R, through tautomerism proton transfer to nitrogen, means monovalent atom migrated from one atom to another atom. So these are the interconvertible isomers differing by the position of one monovalent atom called as tautomers. So here this tautomer is converted into amide form. So here this is enol form of this amide, and we get here this R C double bond O, this H now transfer to hydrogen, here this R. So amide is obtained here. Now this OPCl4 can combines with this proton. So OPCl4 reacts with this proton, gives oxyphosphorus chloride, that is POCl3 plus this HCl. So in this way, with the help of PCl5, we have seen here this mechanism. With the help of sulfuric acid, we have seen this mechanism. Now we have to see few applications of Beckmann rearrangement, then we have to see its stereochemistry and how the Beckmann rearrangement is stereospecific in nature. We have to see with different examples. Application of Beckmann rearrangement in the preparation of caprolactam. So preparation of caprolactam. From cyclohexanone. This is cyclohexanone. When it is treated with hydroxylamine, we get here oxime, double bond N, here there is OH. Now this is oxime of cyclohexanone. Now this oxime, when treated with sulfuric acid, here it gets protonated, and here this bond get cleaved, which is attached to adjacent carbon, and it attacks here and dehydration takes place. So water molecule get lost and this bond shifted to this nitrogen. Now here earlier it was 6 member, now it becomes 7 member ring. So here now here this 6 member ring is converted into 7 member because this carbon now joined to this nitrogen. So here we get nitrogen, here 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Okay. Now here there is a double bond is present here with this nitrogen and carbon. Now this bond get cleaved. Now this double bond carbon will get positive charge because here the electrons are transferred to this carbon and then to the nitrogen. So this carbon will becomes electron deficient. So this will attain positive charge. Okay. Now it undergoes hydrolysis and minus proton from this, we get here nitrogen, here this double bond, here this OH, here this is now again enol, here now it is enol. This enol is converted into keto form, that is amide form, through the tautomerization. Here this NH, now this becomes C double bond O, so here this is the caprolactam. We can prepare, we can synthesize through Beckmann rearrangement. This caprolactam is used in the preparation of nylon 6 polymer. So a nylon 6 polymer required this starting material, that is substrate caprolactam, which we can synthesize through Beckmann rearrangement from cyclohexanone. So in this way, here one application we have seen. Now we have to see stereoisomers of oxime. Oximes can show stereoisomerism of oxime, just like our cis and trans isomers. When the double bond is present between two carbons, they can show cis isomer or trans isomerism or E or Z configuration because of the rigidity due to the double bond. In the same way, there is a double bond present between carbon and nitrogen. So here there is a double bond present between carbon and nitrogen, and this nitrogen is having here OH, and here there is a lone pair in one of the sp2 hybrid orbital. So here these two are these three bonds lie in one plane, this one sigma bond and this two sigma bond, and here one pi bond is there. Here there is a one lone pair of electron in the sp2 hybrid orbital of nitrogen. Now here we have here this suppose R, and here there is hydrogen, means here this is aldoxime. In the beginning we have discussed about aldoxime and ketoxime. So here this is aldoxime, or if hydrogen is present at this position, then we have hydrogen, this R, double bond N, and here there is OH. Here there is a lone pair present here. Now when hydrogen of aldoxime and OH of that oxime present on same side, so hydrogen and OH in the aldoxime present on same side, called as syn oxime. Called as syn oxime means on the same side. Cis, it is syn. So here it is called as syn oxime. And if hydrogen and OH hydroxy group of aldoxime present on opposite side, so these are present on opposite side with respect to this double bond. Here these are present on the same side with respect to this double bond. When these are present on the opposite side with respect to double bond, it is called as anti-aldoxime. In the same way, ketoxymes are also named as syn or anti, depends on the particular group which is syn or anti with respect to hydroxy of oxime. So here if you see oxime from acetophenone, that is PHCS3 and this OH. So PHCOCS3 is acetophenone when we prepare its oxime. Now here with respect to this OH, if you see here the bulkier phenyl group, aryl group, so this is syn, means on the same side of this OH, so it is named as syn phenyl methyl ketoxime. It indicates this phenyl is syn with respect to OH in this oxime. If we have this double bond is present here in this way, so this pH is anti with respect to this OH. Now here this particular group is anti with respect to this hydroxy group, so this is called as anti phenyl methyl ketoxime, that is anti phenyl methyl ketoxime. So in this way here it is syn phenyl methyl ketoxime. Why? Phenyl is syn with respect to OH. Here this is anti phenyl methyl ketoxime. Why? Because this phenyl ring is anti with respect to OH. So on the basis of position of that particular group with respect to hydroxy present in the ketoxime, we can label it as a syn or anti. Okay. Now here this is, we have seen nomenclature of or configurations of oximes. So here this is the stereochemistry or configurations of oxime. Now we have to see stereochemistry of Beckmann rearrangement. So the Beckmann rearrangement is highly stereospecific in nature. If you see stereochemistry of Beckmann rearrangement, then it is highly stereospecific. What is meant by stereospecific? So stereospecific is nothing but one isomer of a reactant. So these are the different stereoisomers. So this is syn-phenyl methyl ketoxime and anti-phenyl methyl ketoxime. As these are the stereoisomers, so one stereoisomer gives one product while other stereoisomer gives other product separately. So such a reactions are called as stereospecific reactions. When two different stereoisomers of a reactant reacts with reagent differently and gives different product known as stereospecific reaction. In case of stereoselective reactions, we can get mixture of products, but one of them is predominant, which is called as selective reaction. But here the Beckmann rearrangement is stereospecific in nature. Stereospecific. Now I have to see how the Beckmann rearrangement is stereospecific in nature. Now I have to see same example of syn-phenyl methyl ketoxime and anti-phenyl methyl ketoxime. Now if we see the stereochemistry of Beckmann rearrangement, then the group which is anti with respect to OH will get migrated on the nitrogen. Means if we have here this R and here this R dash, okay, or we have here this C double bond N, here this OH, here this R and here this R dash. So during the rearrangement, when this OH get protonated, then the group which is anti with respect to OH get migrated on the nitrogen, electron deficient nitrogen. So during this rearrangement, this anti group with respect to OH get migrated when it get protonated. So this water molecule detached from the nitrogen and this anti group is migrated to nitrogen. So group anti with respect to OH group of oxime get migrated. So migration or rearrangement of anti group on the nitrogen with respect to hydroxy of nitrogen. So here we have to see this example, syn-phenyl methyl ketoxime and anti-phenyl methyl ketoxime. Now here we have seen here anti group migrated to nitrogen. Now due to this anti group migration, here this one gives one product while other gives other product. How? Now we have to see first one, that is syn-phenyl methyl ketoxime, pH CH3, here this OH. Now when it reacts with sulfuric acid, so this group is methyl is anti. So this methyl is anti with respect to OH. So CH3 group is anti with respect to OH group of this oxime. So this get migrated and this water molecule will get lost and we get here this pH C. Now this is plus double bond N, here there is a CH3. It undergoes hydrolysis and we get here after deprotonation pH C OH double bond N CH3. Look at this example carefully. Now through tautomerism, this enol converted to amide. So pH CO NH CH3. What is the name of this compound? N-methyl benzamide. So nitrogen attached to methyl group. So this is N-methyl PHCO NH2. So this is benzamide. But this hydrogen replaced by methyl means N-methyl benzamide. So this syn-phenyl methyl ketoxime undergoes Beckmann rearrangement, gives N-methyl benzamide. Now if we see anti-phenyl methyl ketoxime, so this C double bond N OH, this is pH CH3. So this phenyl is anti here, actually here phenyl was syn to this OH. Now this is Phenyl is anti with respect to OH. It takes proton, undergoes dehydration. This phenyl migrated to nitrogen. So through the rearrangement, here we get CH3. Now this C, it becomes positive charge, that is carbocation, NPH. Through hydrolysis, H2O attacks here, minus H plus from this oxygen. So we get here CH3, C, OH double bond N, pH. So this enol converted to keto form, CH3, C double bond ONH, pH. So CH3CO NH2, H is replaced by pH. So this is acetamide, this is N-phenyl acetamide, N-phenyl acetamide. Here we got previously N-methyl benzamide. So here, with the help of this example, we can prove that Beckmann rearrangement is highly stereospecific in nature. Here both stereoisomers, here this is syn-phenyl methyl ketoxime and here this is anti-phenyl methyl ketoxime. So here syn isomer gives one product, whereas this anti-isomer gives other product. Why? Because the group which is anti with respect to OH only get migrated. It can be any group, it can be alkyl, it can be aryl, but that group which is anti with respect to OH get migrated. This does not depends on migratory aptitude of alkyl or aryl. It is depends on which group is anti with respect to OH. Why the anti group is migrated? Because here this front side means the leaving group side is blocked by this. So here sterically it is crowded. So it is very difficult to migrate this syn group over this nitrogen because this is covered by the leaving group. So this is water molecule or it can be any leaving group. In case of PCl5 mechanism, it was OPCl4. So because of this steric effect, anti-group easily approaches to nitrogen. So this approach is very feasible and this dehydration is easily takes place. So this migration is very favored or accelerated. So in this way, here this Beckmann rearrangement is stereospecific because one stereoisomer gives one product, its other stereoisomer gives other product. In this way, here we have discussed Beckmann rearrangement, its mechanism in H2SO4, in PCl5. We have seen one application of Beckmann rearrangement in the preparation of caprolactam, which is used in the synthesis of nylon 6. Then we have seen stereoisomers of the aldoxime and ketoxime, syn-aldoxime, syn-anti-aldoxime, syn or anti-ketoxymes. Finally, we have seen how Beckmann rearrangement is stereospecific in nature. So here we have discussed Beckmann rearrangement in detail. Thank you.